So to trust your Cobalt Age pretty much means you're at that age where you have all the skills and the ability to do what you want to do in life, or just whatever you want to pursue, you have that ability. And it's really just about trusting in yourself. And that's kind of the mantra of the whole album, is just believing in yourself, who you are, and making sure you stay genuine, and you can always do whatever you want to do. My name is Eric Hankis. I'm from River Forest, Illinois. It's just a little bit outside Chicago. My music is very R&B and hip-hop inspired, with also like electronic and house elements. I decided I wanted to start making music around like right before freshman year of high school. Me and a couple friends got together and we were both making beats, and I was recording vocals on some beats that I found, and we decided it would be cool if we formed a little group. I think putting out our first hip-hop album, Propaganda, was definitely like one of the biggest moments of just pride, and like I was just so happy that we were able to put out a project that was like cohesive, and we were passing out posters at homecoming and everyone was listening, and it was just such a cool moment. But yeah. So Cobalt Age is my second album I've ever made, and I wanted this one to be kind of almost a continuation of Lavender, but in its own way. It's kind of, Lavender was like a fictional story that I kind of came up with during COVID, and then this one I wanted to kind of be just like about my life and how just like different things that have happened and how I view life have impacted who I am as a person, and I think that kind of shows up in the music. Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of like meanings in the color. I think for me it represents kind of like an optimism, but also like an anxiety to it. So kind of like just how I've always been optimistic of the future, but anxious to kind of get there and how I want to get there. And I think I just wanted to take that theme with me and create a project around that. But yeah. I think first I wanted to come up with just a theme, and I had ideas in the past. I had like different drafts of like an album that I wanted to do, but this is when I first created the song Intruder right before college started. It was kind of about like imposter syndrome getting into the school for our hip hop scholarship, because at the time I wasn't really like, I don't know, I think I was just not feeling like I was to the talent enough to get into this, and I just kind of wanted to continue that idea and build off of that. I think the mindset going into it was just being genuine to who I really am, and really, you know, a big part of it was talking to my family throughout this process, telling them, you know, just asking them questions about even my childhood, and like watching old clips of myself like as a kid, just like trying to be genuine to who I am as a person and who I want to be was very important in the creation of this album. I would advise other artists that are taking on a project like this, don't force anything. Like get in the studio when you like feel like you have something to give, because there were moments I would go into the studio in Og in the basement, and I just simply couldn't write anything, and I didn't want to force anything that was not going to make the project what it is. And so I think just making sure you keep the original idea that you have in mind, and and make sure it's all natural and it comes through you, and when you have the energy to. But yeah.